In a shocking turn of events that has ignited public outrage and reignited the national debate on accountability and abuse of power, the Democratic Alliance, DA, has made damning revelations. The South African Police Service, SAPS, has allegedly failed to take any meaningful action against the VIP Protection Unit officers implicated in the brutal assault of civilians on the N1 highway, an incident that shook the nation and was captured on video in 2023. According to the DA, this is not just a case of bureaucratic delay, but an intentional miscarriage of justice designed to protect politically connected individuals, namely, the VIP officers assigned to Deputy President Paul Mashatile. The footage, which went viral and sparked international condemnation, showed a group of heavily armed officers pulling over a vehicle, forcefully removing the occupants, and mercilessly assaulting them with kicks, punches, and rifle butts. The victims, young, unarmed civilians, were left bloodied and traumatized on the side of the road. What followed was a deafening silence from the highest ranks of SAPS. Promises of swift justice and internal investigations evaporated as the months wore on, with no charges filed and no substantial disciplinary actions taken. Now, the DA says they have proof that the case has been deliberately swept under the rug. Speaking at a press briefing, DA Shadow Minister of Police, Andrew Whitfield, did not mince words. The South African public deserves to know the truth, that justice is not only being delayed but is actively being denied. These officers were caught red-handed in a criminal act. And yet, SAPS has failed to hold them accountable. Why? Because they serve a politically powerful man. The DA claims that internal SAPS reports were manipulated, that witness intimidation may have occurred, and that senior officials pressured investigators to downplay the incident. Most shockingly, according to the party, some of the officers involved in the attack remain on duty, still part of the VIP protection detail, now shielded from scrutiny behind the veil of state secrecy. Legal experts and human rights advocates have described the situation as deeply alarming. Advocate Thembeka Dlamini, a constitutional law analyst, stated, "This is a blatant dereliction of duty by SAPS. The message it sends to the public is chilling, that if you are connected to the right people, you are above the law." The DA is now demanding that the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, IPID, release its full report into the incident and make public the reasons for the lack of prosecutions. They have also called on President Cyril Ramaphosa to break his silence on the matter and explain why the individuals who serve under his deputy have faced no consequences despite public outcry. "This is not just about a few rogue officers," said Whitfield. "This is about the very soul of our democracy. When the police become a tool of brutality instead of protection, and when political elites use their influence to evade justice, we are no longer living in a free society. We are living under rule by fear." The incident has reignited broader conversations around the conduct of SAPS's VIP Protection Unit, often dubbed the Blue Light Brigade. Critics say the unit has become notorious for arrogance, recklessness, and aggression on South Africa's roads, acting more like warlords than public servants. Several past complaints about this unit have been made, yet rarely do they result in disciplinary action. With this case now allegedly buried, the pattern appears to be repeating. Civil society organizations, including the South African Human Rights Commission, SAHRC, and Corruption Watch, are also beginning to apply pressure. SARC released a statement warning that systemic impunity within the SAPS erodes public trust and contributes to the perception that justice is selective and politically manipulated. The victims of the N1 assault have remained largely out of the public eye, but sources close to their legal representatives suggest they are considering launching a civil suit against the officers involved, and possibly against the SAPS and the state itself. If they proceed, the case could open a massive legal and political can of worms, especially if it confirms that senior police management conspired to shield the perpetrators from justice. As the DA escalates the matter to parliamentary level, calling for a full inquiry and potential resignations, pressure is mounting on Minister of Police Becky Cele to respond. However, SEAL has yet to issue any direct statement on the DA's claims, further fanning the flames of public frustration. South Africans are left asking, if this is how the system treats the victims of abuse by elite police officers, caught on camera, with the nation watching, what hope is there for the many others who suffer silently without evidence or political attention?